Did you know that throughout all history prior to the late 1800s, early 1900s, cookbooks were somewhat rare, and even when they could be found, they were extremely vague? It's true. Highly specified recipes written out step by step with carefully measured quantities were reserved only for businesses, and the only reason they used them was for greater precision in ordering ingredients, managing their expenses, and meeting business needs by having control of their yields. It's not that people didn't care about cooking or didn't want to know or share new dishes with each other. Recipe books were all pretty vague for a really simple reason. The vast majority of people already knew how to cook. It's just a normal part of growing up and living. For the home cook, often just a quick description with approximate amounts was enough for somebody to understand the dish and what it was seeking to achieve, and then make their own version of it to feed their family with. Nowadays, not only are there specified cookbooks aplenty for you to choose from, seemingly on any cuisine known to man, but people even need highly involved blog posts fully explaining the entire process of a recipe in the most minute of details, and appliances like programmed instant cookers and air fryers are essentials for so many people who really just can't live without them. Because they have no idea how to actually cook, only follow the instructions given to them from someone else. Funny thing is, despite our modern miracles of abundance in our food options and supply, what most people eat on a daily basis kind of sucks. Unfortunately, since most people actually have no idea how to cook, they're kept captive within the few recipes that they do know from their instant cooker, or the few things from their gourmet cookbooks that they feel confident enough to pull off without having to hunt the wilds of Borneo for their ingredients. There's a vast cornucopia of food available, and most people barely know how to use even a fraction of what's there at the store. It's actually really sad and pathetic, because if you think broccoli is gross, I guarantee it's only because you don't know how to cook it. Being dependent on a city manager like Osawatomie is now is a lot like this. Your city manager comes in and claims to be the expert, so you, your city council, and your mayor don't have to be. He comes in as the bureaucrat, the professional with all the answers and expertise. And when city managers were a new concept in the early 1900s, people in small towns were accustomed already to being involved in governance and therefore literate enough in governance to keep an eye on the city manager and know what he was doing and what he should be doing. And so a modicum of actual oversight over the city manager was maintained. Over time, though, as city managers became more of an accepted mainstay, city councils, mayors, and citizens alike in towns started falling asleep and forgetting how to govern because they didn't need to anymore since they had the expert right in their midst. As it continued down that path, the position of city manager gained more and more control and power, and the oversight that the mayor and city council were supposed to maintain over him dropped more and more because they were no longer even nearly as capable as the city manager of governing, simply because they didn't need to be. Today, I'm not sure our current city council is capable of any real oversight at all, and I'm absolutely sure they're not interested in it. They'd rather just use the instant cooker and set it and forget it. I take no pleasure in saying this, but it's hard to argue against my lying eyes. You know what? It's time to get rid of your set and forget instant cooker and learn how to cook for yourself, both literally in your kitchen and figuratively in terms of governance. It's time to get rid of the crutch that allows our elected representatives here in Osawatomie to pretend that they're doing something other than just what they're being told to do, and to start cycling out those elected officials on a more regular basis. The only way to really know and understand how to cook is to get your butt in the kitchen, throw out the extra appliances, get your hands dirty, and start cooking. The only way that the people of Osawatomie are going to be able to really understand how to take charge of their town and govern it for themselves is to eliminate the position of city manager, place the responsibility of city governance firmly on the shoulders of the people actually elected to run the city, and then cycle through those people sitting in those positions of authority on a regular basis. The more we all get our hands dirty, the better we all learn to govern our own lives, oversee those who we choose to officially do the job for a while, and take ownership of what this town becomes. The more the people of Osawatomie are educated and experienced in governance, the more we all have a real stake in this town, and the more we are all enabled to really live free and not just within the confines that are set for us by our lazy set and forget system. I love to cook, and I understand the principles of cooking enough that I can cook anything you put in front of me, even if it takes me a minute to figure it out. I also love to live free, and I understand true principles enough to make sound decisions on any situation set before me, even if it takes me a minute to figure out what's really going on. Anything your instant cooker can make, you can make better, and any direction that a professional bureaucrat can chart for Osawatomie, we can decide better. We just have to start doing it. Thank you for watching, and please write in Oliver Tanner for Mayor of Osawatomie.